Good morning everybody, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. It is the 27th of November today. Very foggy day, as you can probably see behind me. It's proper cold as well. Temperature gauge in my car says 0.5 of a degree, so it's rather cold, all thermaled up. Got lots of layers on. I don't have a jacket on because I fancied doing a bit of waggler fishing. Just look nice for it. It's just really low light levels. There's a little bit too much colour in the water for me. There's probably maybe 6 inches of visibility, so it may be hard work. And we've had 2 proper frosts the last 2 nights, so I'm getting all my excuses in now. But thought I'd come and have a go because I just fancied, to be honest with you, it was a toss-up between pike fishing with some float tackle, pike float tackle, or going on the Waggler. And I and ahed, and I thought the water would be a bit coloured, so I thought I'd leave the pike in. Perhaps we'll get out over the weekend. And I thought I'd get down here and do a bit of Waggler fishing. Just fancied watching a float in there, in this beautiful flat river, just in the mist. And a bit of an old romantic perhaps, but just fancied watching it go down in the current. There's a nice pace to the water. Anyway, enough talking. I'll just quickly run you through the baits I've got. I've got some Angling Bait Company Pro Roach ground bait mixed in with some of my own white crumb, and I've got maggots, I've got some worms, and I've got some bread, and that's your lot. As I say, I'm going to go on the Waggler, so I'll just get set up and I'll run you through the gear. So gear I'm using, if you've seen the previous Waggler videos, you'll know all this. But I've got my Garcia 704 closed face reel there, 4-pound Maxima line. I've got my John Wilson Avon Quiver there, 1.25 test curve, set at 13 foot. It's got this dolly piece in here, the extra 2 foot in. I'm going to go on a fairly decent size Waggler. I'm going to fish out in the current, and I'm going to pick a Waggler with a decent sized tip on it, straight Waggler. I'm going to fix that to the line using one of my, I've shown you these before, homemade float adapters. Just a small swivel with a little bit of soft anti-tangle sleeve on there, and that just acts as a fantastic float adapter. I've used various shop bought makes without mentioning any names, but I found them all a bit rubbish, to be honest, and I found that it's fantastic and it doesn't come off. Now, knowing this place as I do, it's around 11-12 foot deep, probably looking at the height of the water, maybe 11.5 foot deep, so we'll start about 11 foot. I'm going to go in a size 20 to 2-pound bottom, nice and fine, and we'll see how we get on. Great stuff, first fish. Oh, lovely. Wonderful. Of course, I'm getting mugged a lot at the moment. Well, I seem to be up for a feed despite the cold weather. You have to please excuse my bunged up nose and runny nose and throat, and a bit of a cold for a couple of weeks actually. Probably shouldn't be sat out in the damp really, but you know, when the conditions are right. Well, that's a bite of cast now. They're slowly getting bigger. Lovely job. Looked like very roachy weather to me, so it's proving. Fab. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This is fantastic. Bite a cat. Wow. This one's been a bit chewed, I think, unfortunately. I'm just on maggots at the moment, or maggots and casters. I've still got the same manky old maggots as I had last time I came here. Not bought any more. And they're half maggots, half casters. But it doesn't seem to be bothering the fish. I've got some smelly old bait. Definitely not bothering them. Get some nice ones now. I can just about lift that one. Well, some lovely ones now. Fab. So you can see my very sticky old bait. You know, the conditions are right, so fish don't seem to be bothered at all. Well, this is great. Bite a cast. Wonderful stuff. Bite a chuck. That comes that one. Well, absolutely fantastic. Wonderful stuff. I'm going much easier on the feed than I normally do down here. I think if you've seen any previous videos, it's half a pouch full of maggots every cast. Today I'm putting maybe there's that amount in every 3 casts, but perhaps a quarter of a pouch full every couple of casts, something like that. Maybe 10 maggots every couple of casts. Just feeling my way in, but they do seem to be having it today, so perhaps I don't need to be quite so shy with the bait. But we'll keep it ticking over. I'm not going to go mad. There seems to be a nice big shoal of roach down there though. Slightly pale looking in the coloured water. I started off with 3 balls of groundbait, just sort of golf-sized balls of groundbait. And I shall keep that topped up, but I'm not going to put too much of that in either. I've got plenty with me just in case the bream invade. But just been roach so far. Mugged. Huh. Wondered how long it'd be before Mr. Perker turned up. Getting bites in sort of 2 distinct places in the swim, as is often the case here. It's sort of either right out in front of me or about 2 o'clock. I'm just alternating baits as well between casters, white maggots and bronze maggots. You seem to be getting the bigger fish from out in front. The slightly smaller ones, if it goes all the way down. This is wonderful. Careful, careful. Just about. Fantastic. This is great fun. It's quite unusual to see some ducks in the water. They don't go in the water around here anymore. They're not stupid. And since the otters turned up, started killing everything. And when I say everything, I mean the fish, the ducks, the small mammals, the cygnets, the moorhens. So when I say everything, I do mean everything. The ducks soon cottoned on. They don't go in the water much these days. Prefer to spend the time on the bank on the grass, grazing. got a very strange current in here at the moment. Just to put you in the picture, I'm on my side of the bank here is a little bit of a bay in here. The river's about twice as wide as it normally is, and most of the current is usually on the other side. And when the water's low, this side is pretty still. When the water's high, it tends to be a back eddy in here. But when it's like it is at the moment, which is sort of not low, not high, this bit tends to flow as fast as the main body of the river, and it's a real pain at the moment to mend my line, especially with these reeds in the way. So it's not the easiest fishing, but it's very enjoyable. I've only got a few hours. Fish maybe till 1, perhaps. Something like that. But I don't think the mist's due to burn off, according to the weather forecast. Hopefully it will hold. The advantage as well of having a decent length rod, although, you know, back in the day 13 foot was a decent length rod. You can get 15, 16 foot rods these days, can't you? But, back in the day when I were a lad, 13 foot was a decent length rod. And it's nice to have that length. Pick up this line, especially if I've got this big bow in the line caused by the flow, and that's another advantage of having a decent sized waggler on, is that I can put something fairly solid to mend the line against. It might be a decent sized waggler, but it's not bothering these roach at all. Absolutely troughing these maggots. I don't think I've ever used my disgorger so much. Well, I put half a dendra on and it went straight away. You really are hungry. Loving the casters today. They seem to be catching more than anything else. Nice to get through to a few bigger ones. Great fun, guys. Great fun. Oh, interesting. That looks like a skimmer to me. No, it's a hybrid. Oh, guys, here we are. Hybrid. It does look quite roachy. The anal fin's not long enough to be a bream. He looks a bit skimmery, but he also looks very roachy. So that is a hybrid. Oh, there's a real skimmer. There we go, approximately the same size, much longer anal fin. And much less of a roachy looking head, much bigger eye. Yeah, that's a proper skimmer. Ah, lovely roach. Well guys, just scaled down onto a 1.5 pound bottom, size 20. Just had that beautiful fella. Fantastic. Wonderful stuff. Absolutely loving this. It is absolutely freezing. Can't feel my fingers. Can't feel my nose. The damp in the air. We'll get some quality roach now. Fab. There we are. Possibly the biggest one of the day. Not sure. Wow. I have to say the wind has picked up just a little bit and it's absolutely cutting me in half. I am freezing. I'm not going to give it too much longer, but I'm not daft enough to go in while I'm catching those sort of fish. But they keep coming and keep coming. And this feels a little better. Double caster. No, come off. That's quite annoying. Well, that was certainly the best fish of the day. Oh, fat. Wonderful stuff. Well, you're getting some nice ones. That's a good handful, isn't it? Fab. Settled now on double caster. Double caster on an 18. Does just seem to be the bait there that's been most successful for the, certainly for the bigger roach. Sun is trying to break through and the cloud is breaking up. I can see blue sky. I think our time may be limited. Ah, that's another proper skimmer. Very slippery character. Proper skimmer. Well, it's a bite to chuck still, guys, but I do think our chance of anything big has probably evaporated with the mist. It's just about 1 o'clock. It's just about 1 o'clock now, so I think I'm going to give it another 10 minutes and then we'll call it a day. So it's time for one last cast, or maybe 3, 5. Well, still getting the odd slightly bigger one, but nothing like it was since the sun's come out. Although I can't say I'm I mind too much. It's lovely and warm. Well, guys, I'm going to call it a day at that. Still a bite of chuck, but no more sprinkling of nicer fish since that sun came up, certainly. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day at that. But, I had a very enjoyable sort of 3 hours or so down here. Really enjoyed that. Just what the doctor ordered. Fantastic. Now, as I mentioned, I think I'm going to get out of the weekend, come down here and do a bit of predator fishing. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling, and I'll see you again very soon.